Last time on Sandy Creek the Season.
Awareness and encourage ladies to get their mammograms, and so my idea was to have a peek out at the Sandy Creek, or a Sandy Creek football game.
Anytime I'm thinking about quitting or giving up, thinking about him makes me go harder. When we running those 100 sprints, and I be thinking about giving up, thinking about him gives me motivation and to push through, no matter how tough life gets. Just keep pushing.
Guess what? You're going to suffer today.
It's October 16th, 2014, regional game number 2 for our Sandy Creek Patriots. We're playing Troop High School down in LaGrange, Georgia this Thursday evening. The Patriots are looking for their second regional win and their 7th win on the season. Banks starts the game off with the 86-yard kickoff return touchdown. However, the return is called back for a block in the back. After the score by Troop, senior Brian Miller blocks his second field goal / extra point for the year. The second quarter starts off with a hard run by Eric Sweeney, followed by a huge 60-yard catch by junior Tariq Muhammad. Sweeney tops off the Sandy Creek drive with a 2-yard run, followed by Mr. Reliable, senior kicker, Alon Ramos with the extra point. The Patriots turn up the volume on that lockdown defense. Sometimes you need a little luck with skill. Check out the perfect bounce and the reverse to Corey Banks. Troop goes ahead by 3 points with a short rushing touchdown. With 35 seconds left on the clock before the half, Sandy Creek whips out their 2-minute offense.
My name is Samuel Brown, class of 2015. I'm a senior and I play outside linebacker. For me, Sandy Creek started when I moved here, 2nd grade, so like 2005. And you always hear about Sandy Creek when you're in Fayette County, man. You hear about Calvin Johnson, so you idolize him growing up. So go through Flat Rock playing football, and when you come here, it's a nice experience. It's family.
What motivates you?
My family does. They really keep after me, make sure I'm working hard, both on the field and in the classroom, and the coaches and also my teammates, they do a good job motivating me to.
What do you plan to study when you get to college?
Computer science. I like computers.
What do you like about the Sandy Creek coaches?
Man, they're intense. They're always gonna make sure you're doing everything you're supposed to do. They keep after you and they care about you, and I like that.
Okay, can you tell me your feelings about the 2014 season?
I'm feeling strong. We have a nice little squad coming up, and right now we just really need to work about getting together on the same page, but I feel really good about this next season.
Well, I actually graduated here in 2007, and I played football here while I was in school. I had a really good opportunity to come back here during the 2008 football season as a volunteer community coach. So I came back and started coaching the 9th grade team at that point, and I'll be coaching for my 7th year this year. So I've had a chance to come in and get a lot of good experience working with these great coaches here at Sandy Creek, and this will be my 2nd year as one of the offensive line coaches. So. You know what? We're lucky to be at a school where we've got a lot of good tradition, a lot of good history, and it's easy to kind of show these kids what they can achieve because it's all around them. You know, you can show them the state championship trophies, you can show them the rings, and you can tell them that you've been blessed to be at a school where you got the opportunity to go out and do that every year. And it's going to take hard work to get there. We've also been lucky to have a couple tough years these last couple years where we can show them and say, hey, you either can work and achieve your goal and win a state championship, or you can be like one of these two teams that didn't win the state championship. And, you don't want to feel like they felt at that last game when you get beat. So, I think for our group, we're the offensive linemen. We're the guys that have to get out there and really grind in the trenches, so to speak, and really work hard and get dirty, and we don't get a lot of glory for it either. So my thing with our guys is just, we got to get out there and grind. You got to work as hard as you can work. You got to be in better shape than everybody else. You got to work harder than everybody else. And you got to be the ones that are willing to get dirty and get muddy and, just get out there and work. You know what? It's really hard, especially here where we've got kids that might start as an 8th grader or 9th grader at defensive line or even linebacker, and that's what they've dreamed about doing their whole life. Maybe it's making these tackles and being out there and getting their name in the paper for having sacks and stuff like that, and then we have to ask them to move to offensive line as a 10th or 11th grader to help this football team. And, sometimes it's hard, but you just got to show them. You got to say, look, you've got an opportunity to come out here and start or be a big-time player on offense. And it might be more important than any of these other positions, because on defense, if one guy makes a good play, you make a tackle. But on offense and the offensive line, if one guy messes up, I mean, it can be the difference between a 100-yard gain and a 5-yard loss. So you can get to tell them that, come over here and grind it out with us and be part of what really makes this team work. And most guys, we're lucky at Sandy Creek to have great kids, and most of our kids can kind of see that there's something good about being an offensive lineman and going out there and working hard. So most of them will buy into it, but it can be hard.
What we doing, ladies? Where we going? Come on now. Go,
Junior linebacker Will Harper putting in some work on the edge. Senior Trent Sellers has been racking up tackles all night, but still he remains hungry for more. Senior tight end Sammy Beard just narrowly misses out on the sure touchdown. Sophomore Drazen Parson 5-yard touchdown run, pushing the Patriots ahead by 11. Senior defensive back Josh Green picks off the Tigers' pass and returns it for a 50-yard touchdown. But just like after the last score from Creek, the Troop High School follows up with a big play of their own. Any ideas of a comeback by Troop are quickly dashed by senior defensive back Brian Miller with the nice interception.
Proud of that. Makes us 2-0. Now, moves us to the next one. Now, I'm gonna give you, real quickly, I'm going to give you a little history lesson first before we do this. Because y'all know Woodward Academy because who's some people up there, whatever, and all that good stuff. Before there was a rivalry with Whitewater, before there was a rivalry with Carrollton, before there was a rivalry with all these people, Sandy Creek's biggest rival was Woodward Academy. That was it. That was it. Murphy. Huh? That's Coach Murphy. That was it now. It is, hey, it is the site of one of the greatest comebacks in this school's history. We were up there about your junior. 21, no, senior year. Senior year, we were down 21-0 at half. And basically came back the second half and won a football game. But that is a rivalry. We are going to show them, it's been a long time, it's been 9 years since we played them. We're going to remind them how we play football. And that is fast, physical, hard-nosed. Yes, sir. We're going to get after them now. We're going to get after them. Y'all text your teammates so we can get out of here. I've got school tomorrow.
God, thank you for this day. Thank you for this win. Thank you for health and safety. God, keep us safe on our way home. Let us be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for school in the morning. In your name we pray. Amen.
SC on 3. 1, 2, 3. SC.